Hi, these comments are for Hannah, and I am Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. I'm listening to a speaking practice test that you sent me yesterday, and let's get ready. Let's listen to it here.
I prefer to eat at food stands rather than restaurants since food stands are more flexible and I get to observe it.
Okay, so you're talking about where do you like to eat better, food stands or sit-down
First of all,
restaurants?
I'm curious about the process of cooking and customers get to see it if it's at food stand. For example, when I went to Disneyland and I ordered churros, I was able to see how churros were actually long and they cut it inside the oil.
This is what I like. This is elaboration. Exactly what I'm talking
But I
about.
didn't know that until I saw it. Second of all, I can move around freely if it's at food stand. For instance, when I went to the festival, I first ordered a hot dog and then I went to another food stand to get popcorns.
So it's more convenient because I can move from one location to another while my food is being cooked. You might say if you want to finish that. I like the first example was just really strong. This is the elaboration. In the 4 it says the response is sustained and sufficient to the task, is generally well developed and coherent. Relationship between ideas are clear. Let's listen to it one more
I prefer
time.
to eat at food stands rather than restaurants since food stands are more flexible and I get to observe it. First of all,
Okay, let's see how the examples. So the food stands are more flexible and I can observe it.
I'm curious about the process of cooking and customers get to see it if it's at food stand.
Now, how does this idea relate back to flexibility?
For example, when I went to Disneyland and I ordered churros, I was able to see how churros were actually long and they cut it inside the oil. But I didn't know that until I saw it. Second of all, I can move around.
Or I didn't know how churros were made until I saw them prepared at a food stand, you might say. The problem is you said that the food stands are more flexible and you can observe the food while it's being prepared. So you want to make sure when you move to the first reason and the example that it connects and illustrates that first idea of flexibility.
Freely if it's at food stand.
Now move about freely. Maybe that's connecting to flexibility.
For instance, when I went to the festival, I first ordered a hot dog and then
I ordered a hot
I
dog,
went to another food stand to get popcorns.
and you would just say popcorn there. So you didn't quite finish it. You ran out of time, but still, I like the structure. I'm going to put you at 3.0 to 3.5. I'm going to put you at, I think, 23 to 25 points out of 30 on this. Just make sure when you, if you say, for example, I still got this COVID-19 cough, and I had COVID-19 way back in December of last year. But okay, I think if you talk about flexibility, you talk about observing the food while it's being prepared. Make sure as you move on to your response that you follow that order. And then the ideas that you're presenting, they clearly connect back to those two ideas. So you can probably improve your organization just a little bit. But overall, I think it's good. You're natural speaking. Don't have a lot of unnecessary pauses and hesitations. You had pretty good control over your grammar and your vocabulary. Although your grammar and vocabulary tends to be a little bit basic, you have to be careful about that. Okay, so to help you a little bit with your structure, you can review TOEFL Independent Speaking Strategies. That's the first speaking lesson. You can also check out TOEFL Speaking. I think it's lesson number 6, how to make your speaking and writing more coherent. I think both of those are good lessons for you right now. Okay, and I think that's it. Thank you.